Have you ever thought about the power of silence? It might seem like nothing special, just the absence of noise. But silence is actually a hidden superpower that can totally change your life. In our noisy world, silence is like a rare gem. It's not just about having no sound around you. It's about finding a quiet place inside yourself. This kind of silence can help you discover who you really are and bring more peace into your life. Many people think silence is boring or uncomfortable. They always want to fill the quiet with music, TV, or chatter. But what if I told you that embracing silence could make you happier, healthier, and more in tune with yourself? It's true. Silence has an amazing power to transform us from the inside out. In this fast-paced world, we're always busy, always connected, always surrounded by noise. Our phones buzz, cars honk, and machines hum all around us. Even when we think it's quiet, there's often background noise we don't even notice. This constant noise isn't just annoying. It can actually harm our health and well-being. It's like a hidden stress that we carry with us all the time. But here's the exciting part. When you learn to embrace silence, you tap into a powerful tool for personal growth and inner peace. It's like discovering a secret room in your house that you never knew existed. This room is full of treasures, insights about yourself, creative ideas, and a deep sense of calm. And the best part? This room is always there, waiting for you to step inside. You just need to know how to find the door. In the coming sections, we'll explore why silence is so powerful and how you can use it to transform your life. We'll look at why our noisy world is a problem, what true silence really means, and how you can start bringing more silence into your life today. Get ready to discover the golden power of silence. Think about your typical day. From the moment you wake up, you're probably surrounded by noise. Your alarm blares, your coffee maker gurgles, the TV news chatters in the background. You step outside and there's traffic noise, people talking on their phones, music playing in stores. Even at work or school, there's a constant hum of activity, typing, talking, machines running. We live in a sea of sound, and it's getting louder all the time. Cities are noisier than ever before. Even in our homes, we're surrounded by the buzz of electronics, the hum of appliances, and the constant notifications from our devices. It's like we're afraid of silence, always trying to fill it with some kind of noise. All this noise isn't just annoying, it's actually bad for us. Our bodies and minds aren't designed to handle constant sound. When we're always surrounded by noise, it creates stress in our bodies. This stress can lead to all sorts of problems. It can make it hard to focus and think clearly. It can make us feel tired and irritable. It can even cause health problems like high blood pressure and headaches. But the harm goes even deeper than that. When we're always surrounded by noise, we lose touch with ourselves. We don't have time to think deeply or reflect on our lives. We're always reacting to the noise around us instead of listening to our own thoughts and feelings. Here's a big problem with all this noise. It stops us from really knowing ourselves. When was the last time you sat in complete silence and just listened to your own thoughts? For many of us, the answer is, I can't remember or never. That's because noise is like a thief. It steals away our chances to look inside ourselves and figure out who we really are. It's always distracting us, pulling our attention outward instead of inward. We end up knowing more about what's going on in the world or in other people's lives than we know about our own inner world. This lack of self-knowledge can lead to feeling lost or unsure in life. We might make choices based on what others think or what society expects, rather than what truly feels right for us. We might miss out on our own creative ideas or insights because we never give them a chance to surface in the quiet of our minds. What's really tricky is that many of us have become addicted to noise. We feel uncomfortable in silence. We reach for our phones or turn on the TV as soon as things get quiet. It's like we're afraid to be alone with our own thoughts. This noise addiction keeps us from developing important skills like self-reflection, deep thinking, and emotional awareness. It's like we're skimming the surface of life instead of diving deep. Breaking free from this addiction to noise isn't easy. It can feel strange or even scary at first to embrace silence. But as we'll see in the next section, true silence is incredibly powerful. It's the key to unlocking a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. When most people think of silence, they imagine a place with no sound at all. Maybe a quiet room or a peaceful forest. But true silence goes beyond just the absence of noise. It's a state of being that involves your whole self, your body, your mind, and even your spirit. True silence is about creating a quiet space inside yourself, even when there might be sounds around you. It's a kind of inner stillness that you can carry with you wherever you go. This inner silence is like a calm lake. Even if there are ripples on the surface, the noises of daily life, deep down, the water remains still and peaceful. A big part of true silence is quieting your mind. Our thoughts can be just as noisy as the world around us. How often do you find your mind racing, jumping from one thought to another? This mental chatter can be exhausting and distracting. In true silence, you learn to slow down this mental noise. It doesn't mean stopping all thoughts. That's pretty much impossible. Instead, it's about not getting caught up in every thought that passes through your mind. You become like a peaceful observer of your thoughts, rather than being swept away by them. This quiet mind brings a sense of clarity and calm. It's like cleaning a muddy window. Suddenly, you can see everything more clearly. You might find solutions to problems you've been struggling with, or gain new insights about your life. True silence also brings a deep sense of inner peace. This isn't just about feeling relaxed, though that's part of it. It's a profound sense of being okay with yourself and the world around you. In this peaceful state, you're fully present in the moment. Being present means you're not worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. You're simply here now. This might sound simple, but it's actually quite powerful. When you're fully present, you experience life more deeply. Colors might seem brighter, food might taste better, and you might notice beautiful details in your surroundings that you usually miss. One of the most important aspects of true silence is that it creates space for self-discovery. In our noisy, busy lives, we rarely take the time to really check in with ourselves. We're so busy doing things and reacting to the world around us that we lose touch with our inner selves. In the space of true silence, you have a chance to reconnect with yourself. You might become aware of feelings you've been ignoring or dreams you've forgotten about. You might realize things about yourself that you never noticed before. This self-discovery is crucial for living an authentic, fulfilling life. When you know yourself better, you can make choices that truly align with who you are. You're less likely to be swayed by others' opinions or societal pressures. For many people, true silence also has a spiritual dimension. In many spiritual traditions, silence is seen as a way to connect with something greater than ourselves. This could be God, the universe, or simply a sense of being part of something bigger. Even if you're not religious or spiritual, you might find that deep silence brings a sense of awe or wonder. It's a chance to step back from the details of daily life and see the big picture. You might feel a sense of connection to nature or to other people that you don't usually notice. Finding true silence isn't always easy, especially at first. Our minds and bodies are so used to constant stimulation that silence can feel uncomfortable. You might find that when you first try to be silent, your mind gets even noisier. But with practice, you can learn to cultivate true silence. It's a skill just like any other. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to find that place of inner quiet, even in the midst of a noisy world. In the coming sections, we'll explore practical ways to bring more silence into your life. We'll look at the amazing benefits that come from practicing silence and how it can help you discover your true self. Remember, true silence is always available to you. It's not something you need to find outside yourself. It's a space you can create within, anytime and anywhere. Benefits of silence. Unlocking your inner potential. Silence isn't just about the absence of noise. It's a powerful tool that can transform your life in amazing ways. When you make room for silence in your daily routine, You open the door to a whole range of benefits that can improve your physical health, mental clarity, and emotional well-being. Let's start with your body. In a world that's always buzzing, silence gives your nervous system a much-needed break. It's like pressing a reset button for your body. When you spend time in silence, your heart rate slows down, your blood pressure drops, and your muscles relax. This physical calm can help reduce stress and even boost your immune system. Many people find that regular periods of silence help them sleep better at night and feel more energized during the day. But the benefits of silence go far beyond just physical relaxation. One of the most powerful effects of silence is how it clears and focuses your mind. In our noisy world, our brains are constantly processing information, jumping from one thought to another. This mental clutter can make it hard to concentrate and think clearly. Silence acts like a broom, sweeping away the mental dust and leaving your mind clear and sharp. With this mental clarity comes increased creativity. Have you ever noticed how your best ideas often come when you're doing something quiet, like taking a shower or going for a walk? That's because silence gives your mind space to wander and make new connections. When you're not bombarded by external noise and information, your brain has a chance to play with ideas and come up with creative solutions to problems. Emotional balance and self-awareness. Silence also has a profound effect on your emotional well-being. In the quiet, you have a chance to really tune in to how you're feeling. Often, we push our emotions aside in the busyness of daily life. But in silence, these feelings have a chance to surface. This might sound scary at first, but it's actually a good thing. When you acknowledge and process your emotions, you can achieve a greater sense of emotional balance. This increased self-awareness is like a superpower. When you're more in touch with your own thoughts and feelings, you can make better decisions. You're less likely to react impulsively and more likely to respond thoughtfully to situations. This can improve your relationships, your work life, and your overall sense of satisfaction with life. Interestingly, silence doesn't just help you connect with yourself. It can also deepen your connections with others. When you're comfortable with silence, you become a better listener. Instead of always rushing to fill the quiet moments in conversations, you give others space to express themselves fully. This can lead to more meaningful and authentic relationships. Silence can also increase your empathy. When you're not distracted by noise and chatter, you're more likely to pick up on subtle cues in others' behavior and emotions. This heightened awareness can make you more understanding and compassionate in your interactions with others. For many people, silence opens the door to spiritual growth. Whether you follow a specific religious tradition or simply seek a deeper understanding of life, silence can be a powerful tool. In the quiet, many people find they can connect more easily with their sense of purpose or their understanding of the divine. Even if you don't consider yourself spiritual, silence can bring a profound sense of peace and contentment. It's a chance to step back from the constant doing and achieving of daily life and simply be. This state of being, free from the need to constantly do or produce, can bring a deep sense of fulfillment and joy. The beautiful thing about incorporating silence into your life is that its benefits ripple outward. As you become calmer, more focused, and more self-aware, you'll likely find that you handle stress better. You might make healthier choices, be more productive at work, or find it easier to stick to your personal goals. These positive changes don't just affect you. They impact everyone around you. Your increased calm and clarity can help create a more peaceful atmosphere at home or at work. Your improved listening skills and empathy can strengthen your relationships, and your creative insights might lead to innovations that benefit many people. Remember, you don't need hours of silence to start experiencing these benefits. Even short periods of quiet throughout your day can make a big difference. As we move forward, we'll explore practical ways to bring more silence into your life, no matter how busy you are. Imagine silence as a clear, still lake. When you look into this lake, you see a perfect reflection of yourself. This is what silence does for your inner self. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to lose touch with who you really are. We get caught up in playing different roles: employee, parent, friend, partner, and sometimes forget to check in with our true selves. Silence provides a space where you can see yourself clearly, without the distractions and expectations of the outside world. It's like stepping into a quiet room where you can finally hear your own thoughts and feelings. In this space, you might rediscover parts of yourself that you've neglected or forgotten. Finding yourself through silence is a bit like peeling an onion. At first, when you sit in silence, you might just notice surface-level thoughts, your to-do list, worries about work, or plans for the weekend. But as you practice sitting with silence more often, you start to peel back these outer layers. Underneath, you might find deeper thoughts and feelings. Maybe you'll uncover dreams or ambitions you've been ignoring. Or you might become aware of fears or insecurities that have been holding you back. This process can be uncomfortable at times, but it's incredibly valuable. By becoming aware of these deeper parts of yourself, you gain the power to address them and grow. One of the most powerful ways silence helps you find yourself is by allowing you to hear your inner voice more clearly. We all have an inner voice or intuition, but it's often drowned out by the noise of daily life and the opinions of others. In silence, you can start to distinguish between your true inner voice and the voices of societal expectations or others' influence. This inner voice is like a compass pointing you towards your true path in life. It might guide you towards choices that align with your values or steer you away from situations that don't serve your highest good. The more you practice silence, the stronger and clearer this inner voice becomes. In the quiet space of silence, you have a chance to reflect on what truly matters to you. Without the constant input from the outside world telling you what you should value or care about, you can tune into your own authentic desires and beliefs. You might realize that some of the goals you've been pursuing don't actually align with your true values. Or you might rediscover passions and interests that you've neglected. This self-discovery can be life-changing, leading you to make choices that bring you more fulfillment and joy. Silence doesn't just reveal the bright, positive aspects of yourself. It also brings you face to face with your shadow side, the parts of yourself that you might usually ignore or deny. This could include negative thoughts, difficult emotions, or aspects of your personality that you're not proud of. While this might sound scary, facing your shadow side is actually a crucial part of self-discovery and growth. When you acknowledge and accept all parts of yourself, even the ones you don't like, you become more whole and authentic. This self-acceptance can lead to greater self-confidence and more honest relationships with others. Silence provides the perfect environment for self-reflection. In our busy lives, we often move from one task to another without pausing to think about our experiences. But in silence, you have the opportunity to reflect on your life, your choices, your relationships, your goals. This self-reflection can lead to powerful insights. You might gain clarity on a problem you've been struggling with, or realize something important about yourself or your life path. These moments of insight can be transformative, helping you make positive changes and grow as a person. As you spend more time in silence, getting to know yourself better, you'll likely find that you start to trust yourself more. When you're in touch with your true self and your inner wisdom, you become less reliant on others' opinions or approval. You develop confidence in your own judgment and abilities. This self-trust is incredibly empowering. It helps you make decisions with greater ease and stand firm in your convictions. You become less swayed by peer pressure or societal expectations, and more able to live authentically according to your own values and desires. Finding yourself through silence isn't a one-time event. It's a lifelong journey. As you grow and change, your understanding of yourself will evolve too. The beauty of silence is that it's always there, ready to help you check in with yourself and continue your journey of self-discovery. Remember, this process takes time and patience. Don't expect to have all the answers after one silent meditation session. Instead, think of silence as a tool you can return to again and again, each time gaining new insights and deepening your understanding of yourself. In the next section, we'll explore practical ways to bring more silence into your daily life so you can start experiencing these powerful benefits for yourself. Bringing more silence into your life doesn't mean you have to become a monk or spend hours in meditation every day. It's about creating small pockets of quiet in your daily routine. These moments of silence can add up to make a big difference in your overall well-being and self-awareness. Let's start with something simple: the morning silence. Try waking up 15 minutes earlier than usual and spend that time in quiet. You don't have to do anything special. Just sit and be still. Notice your breath, the sounds around you, and how you feel. This quiet start to your day can set a peaceful tone that carries through your other activities. Another easy way to practice silence is through device-free time. Choose a period each day, maybe an hour in the evening, where you turn off all your electronic devices. No phone, no TV, no computer. At first, this might feel uncomfortable or even boring, but stick with it. You might be surprised at how refreshing it feels to be free from the constant ping of notifications. Nature provides some of the best opportunities for experiencing silence. Try to spend some time outdoors each day, even if it's just for a few minutes. A quiet walk in a park or your neighborhood can be a powerful way to disconnect from noise and reconnect with yourself. If you can, plan regular outings to natural areas like forests, beaches, or mountains. These environments often have a special kind of silence that's very soothing to our nervous systems. Even if there are natural sounds like birds chirping or waves crashing, the absence of human-made noise can feel deeply restful. You can also bring a quality of silence into everyday activities by doing them mindfully. For example, try eating a meal in silence. Really focus on the taste, texture, and smell of your food. Notice the movements of your hand and mouth as you eat. This practice not only brings more silence into your day, but also helps you enjoy your food more and may even improve your digestion. Other activities that lend themselves well to silent practice include gardening, drawing, or doing simple household chores like washing dishes. The key is to focus fully on what you're doing, letting go of mental chatter, and simply being present with the task at hand. Of course, one of the most direct ways to practice silence is through meditation. If you're new to meditation, start small. Even 5 minutes a day can make a difference. Find a quiet spot where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably and focus on your breath. When thoughts come up, and they will, gently bring your attention back to your breathing. Simple breathing exercises can also be a great way to bring more silence into your day. Try this. Take a deep breath in for a count of 4, hold it for a count of 4, then exhale for a count of 4. Repeat this a few times whenever you need a moment of calm. You can do this anywhere, at your desk, in line at the grocery store, or while waiting for the bus. If you want to dive deeper into the practice of silence, consider going on a silent retreat. These can range from a day to several weeks, and they offer a chance to experience extended periods of silence. During a retreat, you typically refrain from speaking and minimize other forms of communication. This might sound challenging, but many people find it to be a profoundly restful and insightful experience. If a full retreat isn't possible, you can create your own mini retreat at home. Set aside a day or even just a few hours where you commit to silence. Turn off your devices. Let others know you'll be unavailable. And spend the time in quiet activities like reading, journaling, or simply sitting in stillness. The key to benefiting from silence is to make it a regular part of your life. Start small, with just a few minutes a day, and gradually increase as you become more comfortable with quiet. You might find it helpful to schedule your silent time, just like you would any other important appointment. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate all sound from your life. It's about creating space for quiet reflection and inner stillness. Even in a noisy environment, you can cultivate an inner sense of silence by focusing on your breath and letting go of mental chatter. As you practice bringing more silence into your life, be patient with yourself. It's normal to feel restless or uncomfortable at first. Our minds are used to constant stimulation, so it can take time to adjust to quiet. But with regular practice, you'll likely find that you start to crave these moments of silence. They become oases of peace in your busy day, helping you feel more centered, calm, and in touch with your true self. In the next section, we'll explore some of the challenges you might face as you try to incorporate more silence into your life and how to overcome them. Remember, every step you take towards more silence is a step towards greater self-discovery and inner peace. Overcoming challenges. Embracing silence in a noisy world. When you first start practicing silence, you might encounter some unexpected challenges. One of the most common is feeling uncomfortable or restless in the quiet. This is completely normal. We're so used to constant noise and stimulation that silence can feel strange or even unsettling at first. You might find that when you try to be quiet, your mind suddenly becomes very noisy. Thoughts might race through your head, or you might become hyper-aware of small sounds around you. This mental chatter can be frustrating, especially if you are hoping for immediate peace and calm. Remember, this discomfort is temporary. It's like exercising a muscle you haven't used in a while. At first, it might feel sore or weak, but with practice, it gets stronger. The key is to be patient with yourself and keep practicing, even when it feels difficult. Another challenge you might face is boredom. In our entertainment-filled world, we're not used to sitting with nothing to do. When you practice silence, you might find yourself feeling antsy or impatient, wanting to reach for your phone or turn on the TV. This boredom is actually a valuable part of the process. It's in these seemingly boring moments that your mind has a chance to wander and make new connections. Some of your most creative ideas might come during these quiet times. Instead of trying to escape the boredom, try to lean into it. See what happens when you allow yourself to be bored. In today's connected world, there's often a fear of missing out, FOMO, if we're not constantly checking our devices or staying up to date with the latest news and social media. Taking time for silence might make you worry that you're missing something important. To overcome this, remind yourself that the world will still be there after your period of silence. In fact, you'll likely be better equipped to engage with the world after some quiet time. You might find that you're more focused and present in your interactions when you're not constantly distracted by notifications and updates. One of the biggest challenges for many people is simply finding time for silence in their busy schedules. It can feel like there's always something that needs to be done, and taking time for quiet might seem like a luxury you can't afford. The key here is to start small. Even 5 minutes of silence a day can make a difference. Look for small pockets of time in your day, maybe while you're waiting for your coffee to brew in the morning or for a few minutes before bed. As you start to experience the benefits of these quiet moments, you'll likely find yourself naturally making more time for silence. Sometimes the challenge isn't internal resistance, but external noise. If you live in a busy city or have a full house, finding a quiet space can be difficult. In these cases, it's important to remember that silence is more about your internal state than your external environment. You can practice inner silence even in noisy surroundings. Focus on your breath or on a single point of concentration. You might also find it helpful to use white noise or nature sounds to mask disruptive noises. Noise-canceling headphones can be a great investment if you're serious about creating more quiet in your life. Some people feel guilty about taking time for silence, especially if they have many responsibilities or people depending on them. Remember that taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. When you're more centered and calm, you're better able to show up for others in your life. Think of your practice of silence as refilling your own cup so that you have more to give to others. It's like the safety instructions on an airplane. You need to put on your own oxygen mask before helping others. Like any new habit, consistency can be a challenge when it comes to practicing silence. You might start off enthusiastic, but find your commitment waning after a few days or weeks. To stay consistent, try linking your silent time to an existing habit. For example, you might decide to spend 5 minutes in silence right after you brush your teeth in the morning. Setting reminders on your phone or keeping a habit tracker can also help you stay on track. Remember, it's okay if you miss a day or two. The important thing is to keep coming back to the practice. Every time you choose silence, you're strengthening your ability to find peace and clarity within yourself. Throughout history, silence has been an important part of many spiritual and religious traditions. From Buddhist meditation to Christian contemplative prayer, quiet reflection has long been seen as a way to connect with something greater than ourselves. But you don't need to follow any particular religion to experience the spiritual side of silence. At its core, spiritual silence is about opening yourself up to a sense of wonder, awe, and connection to the world around you. In the silence, many people find they can tap into a deeper sense of meaning and purpose in their lives. Without the constant chatter of daily life, you might find yourself pondering big questions. What really matters to me? What am I here for? What do I want to contribute to the world? These questions can lead to profound insights and even life changes. You might discover a renewed sense of purpose or a deeper understanding of your place in the world. For many people, silence in nature feels particularly spiritual. There's something about being in a forest, by the ocean, or under a starry sky that can make us feel small in a good way. It reminds us that we're part of something much bigger than ourselves. Even if you can't get out into nature often, you can bring a bit of this feeling into your daily life. Try keeping a plan in your quiet space, or spend a few minutes looking at the sky each day. These small connections with nature can enhance the spiritual aspect of your silent practice. In the quiet space of silence, many people find they naturally feel more grateful for the good things in their life. Without the constant stimulation of daily life, it's easier to appreciate the simple things: a comfortable bed, a warm cup of tea, the kindness of a friend. Silence can also help cultivate compassion, both for yourself and for others. As you become more aware of your own inner experiences, you might find it easier to understand and empathize with others. Some people describe experiencing moments of transcendence during their silent practice, a feeling of being connected to something greater than themselves. This might feel like a sense of oneness with the universe, a feeling of deep peace, or a sudden insight into the nature of reality. These experiences can be profound and life-changing. However, it's important not to chase after them or feel disappointed if you don't have them. The practice of silence is valuable in itself, regardless of whether you have transcendent experiences. As you incorporate more silence into your life, you're embarking on a journey of self-discovery. This journey is unique for everyone. You might find that silence helps you uncover hidden passions, resolve old conflicts, or gain clarity on your life's direction. Remember, this is a process. Don't expect instant enlightenment or immediate solutions to all your problems. Instead, think of your practice of silence as gradually peeling back the layers, revealing more and more of your true self over time. In our noisy, busy world, cultivating silence is a way of creating balance in your life. It's like finding an anchor in the midst of the storm. As you practice silence regularly, you might find that you're better able to handle stress and stay calm in challenging situations. This balance can positively impact all areas of your life. You might find your relationships improving as you become a better listener and more in tune with your own emotions. Your work life might benefit from increased focus and creativity, and you might find more joy in simple, everyday moments. As you experience the benefits of silence in your own life, you might find that it has a ripple effect on those around you. Your increased calm and clarity can create a more peaceful atmosphere wherever you go. Your improved listening skills can help others feel heard and understood. And your example might inspire others to seek out more silence in their own lives. In this way, your personal practice of silence can contribute to creating a more peaceful, compassionate world. It starts with you, but its effects can reach far beyond your individual experience. In our noisy, fast-paced world, silence truly is golden. It's a powerful tool for self-discovery, healing, and personal growth. By creating space for silence in your life, you open the door to a deeper understanding of yourself and a greater sense of peace and purpose. Remember, embracing silence doesn't mean rejecting the vibrant, active parts of life. Instead, it's about creating a balance, finding moments of quiet to recharge and reflect so that you can engage more fully with the world around you. As you continue on your journey with silence, be patient and kind with yourself. Some days will be easier than others. You might have profound insights one day and feel restless or distracted the next. This is all part of the process. The key is to keep showing up, to keep making space for silence in your life. Even small moments of quiet can add up to big changes over time. Whether it's a few minutes of meditation in the morning, a quiet walk in nature, or a device-free hour in the evening, find ways to bring silence into your daily routine. As you do, you may find that silence becomes not just a practice, but a way of being. You might discover an inner stillness that you can carry with you throughout your day, even in the midst of noise and activity. So take a deep breath, turn down the volume of the outside world, and listen to the wisdom of silence. In the quiet, you'll find a wealth of insights, a deeper connection to yourself and the world around you, and a profound sense of peace. The golden power of silence is always there, waiting for you to tap into it. Your journey to a more peaceful, authentic, and fulfilling life begins in the quiet moments you create for yourself. Embrace the silence and let it guide you to your truest self.